Hi everyone, welcome to Everyday, your daily stop for virtual reality content. My name is Dee, and today we are checking out a short demo by the name of Obolos for the Oculus Rift Development Kit 1. Now, Obolos was first developed as a monitor-based game, so no VR, for the Ludum Dare, specifically the Ludum Dare Game Jam, which was a 72-hour game jam held April 25th to 28th. So there's two Ludum Dare events. There's the competition and the game jam. Competition is one person only, 48 hours. Game jam is you can work in a team, and you have 72 hours. So it's a little more lax, but it's still pretty strict. And they made this game. They got some great ratings for the mood of the game and how involving it was. Drash, who is the developer of Titans of Space, which is of course known for its amazing immersive mood, rated this as one of his top 5 games of his recent VR roundup, which he does every 2 weeks. So I definitely thought this would be worth checking out. It was developed by 2 developers in a team. They call themselves Team Eagle, or at least they did during the game jam. They go by the names of Benjamin de Jager, handle Morpheus. I had a little trouble reading that because it wasn't Leet, but it is Morpheus. And Fedor Yuta with handle Feyuto or Fejuto. And like I said, they made this in 72 hours. They've gotten some great reviews for the monitor-based version from the Jam, and I'm hoping the VR version will be just as fun. So without further ado, let's jump into this game. Alright, here we are in Obolos. We are in our rowboat. Now this game is very simple, has very good performance. I get a steady 60 frames a second even at 4K, not while I'm recording. That brings it down to about 30 frames a second, but it's still pretty good. And I've got these oars, and what's behind me? The blue end of my boat, apparently. I like the size of this boat. It feels just right for a reasonable sized rowboat. And if I hit my left and right mouse buttons, it moves my oars. I can press them both at the same time. Sometimes I go under the water. It's a little bit buggy. Usually it works though. I can also use my A and D keys to do the same thing. They also work together. And finally, I can press Shift to bring up my status. So right now, my status just has a bunch of blanks. I don't know what's supposed to go there. Maybe letters or words or something. Maybe this is some kind of like Jeopardy type puzzle. You can tell right away the atmosphere here is just really cool. It's got this soft, soothing music going on. You're out on this gently waving lake or ocean in the middle of the night, with the stars above you, and just this little rowboat. Nobody out here but you. I feel like, I mean, there is an objective in this game. I have to get to those beacons, but I honestly feel like this game could be fun. Ooh, look at the splashes that the oars make. Let's see that again. Splash. Yeah, there we go. Splash. Oh, they are sparkly splashes. I like that. They're not exactly realistic, but still fun. Okay, where's my beacon? There it is. So, as in real rowing, you actually have to look behind you to see where you're going. Which is fine. It gives it a more immersive and authentic feeling, which I kind of like.
Who are you?
Who are you? What? You can now press 2, it says. Okay, I will press 2.
Who are you?
Oh, it says the thing again. Okay.
Who are you?
For your information, I am D. And I'm gonna solve your puzzle. So like I said, there is a gameplay here. You have to get to these beacons, you have to collect these things, and solve the puzzle. I don't know exactly what happens when you solve the puzzle. I guess we're going to find out. But I feel like this demo is atmospheric enough that you could just Like, I just want to, like, lie on my bed while I'm in this boat and watch the sky as my boat rocks back and forth. Hear the waves.
Not sure.
He says, I'm not sure. You can now press 3.
I'm not sure.
Okay, then. So you do kind of clip right through these boxes. That's okay, though. This was a 72-hour game. I'm not going to demand too much from them. This is already very impressive. Okay, what's next? So I forgot to mention that the Ludum Dare is a online game jam. So people don't get together in real life to do it. They just do it remotely. Okay, where's my next beacon? It's a little bit hard to see beacons with the resolution of the DK1, but I can see them. They do stand out well against the dark background. I think there's one right behind me there, yeah. Let me arrange myself here. Alright. Now I should be able to watch as I row. Rowing straight backwards towards the beacon. Okay, I'm on track. I haven't rowed very much in real life. Maybe some of you guys out there have done more rowing and can tell me how realistic this is. I do think rowing is really fun and cool, though. Obviously, it's less effort to row when you're just clicking mouse buttons. But I think it would be really cool to hook up something like this to like a rowing machine so that you're actually, you know, actually rowing. Almost to the next beacon. Come on. And then you could be getting exercise while you play as well. And your exercise would be done when you collect all the beacons. And that could be a great way of kind of forgetting about the strain of the exercise and just focusing in on the game. And enjoying this relaxing atmosphere while you're at it. Okay, I think I got this one.
Follow.
Follow? The man said, I wasn't sure. Do I follow? Okay, well, let's go to the next beacon. I see 2 of them from here. Yeah, I'm moving right through this box. Okay. Keep on going. There's the next beacon. I like these waves. I assume these are procedurally generated waves. But they do have a very nice natural feeling to them. They don't like look like perfect sine waves or anything. They have some texture. One thing about this game is it does appear to have a sound loop going on, and when the sound loop repeats, it's very evident. That's one thing they could stand to improve. It would also be nice if the sounds were... Go? Where do you want me to go? Where will he go? Do I follow? You can now press 5.
Go.
Go. Okay. Yep. Moving through the box. Okay. I'm going to head over to that next beacon now. Over there. These stars are so pretty. Are these real stars? Like, is this how the stars are actually arranged in real life? I'm not actually sure. I'm not much of an astronomer. Okay. There's the next beacon. It shouldn't take too long to collect all of them. They said about 15 minutes to play through this game. Sounds about right. Oh, I see another one behind it already. We are on track. Almost at the beacon. And...
Pay the fare.
Pay the fare. Pay the fare, the man said. I wasn't sure, blank. Where will he go? Do I follow? What happens if I press the number buttons now? So...
Pay the fare.
Pay the fare.
Who are you?
Who are you?
I'm not sure.
I'm not sure.
Go.
Go.
Follow.
Follow. And that's it for now. Well, let's keep going to our next beacon. Where is our next beacon? Is it that one over there? I don't know how they keep arranging for these beacons to be so easy to find. Like, I don't think they're actually randomly distributed at the beginning of the demo. I think it actually creates them kind of on the fly, maybe. It's kind of hard to tell at a distance which ones I've already visited. But I'm gonna try that one. That one looks kind of blue. I think I might have already been there. Yeah, I think it is. Okay, that's fine, that's fine. I have to find them all. Yeah, that's definitely blue. Okay. I guess I'll keep going past it. Maybe go to that one behind it. I do see one in the distance behind it. See you later. Okay, you can just see it there. I can barely see it from my perspective. I see like a couple pixels just glimmering on the waves. Considering how much you have to look backwards in this game, I think it would be really helpful if they had gamepad support so that I could hold the gamepad in my hands and not have to reach around to the front to click my mouse buttons. That's okay. There's lots of room for improvement. It was, like I said, a very short demo, development time on this demo. But it's very cool for what it is already. And I must get all the beacons. I can be a little bit of a completionist sometimes. You might have noticed. Okay. Almost there, almost there. And...
What?
What? I wasn't sure what he meant.
What? I'm not sure. What? Go. Follow.
Okay. Let's go on to that one right behind us then. So we're getting quite a lot of this poem now. We've only got a couple lines. The last line, basically. Just rowing out on this stormy sea. What are we doing out here anyway? Did we just think it would be a good idea to come out in a rowboat in the middle of the night with no radio or anything? This doesn't seem safe. Alright, almost there. Almost there. I see a couple more beacons behind it. I believe this is my second to last one.
I'm confused.
I'm confused. Does this mean I can now press 7? Okay.
Follow. I'm confused.
Okay, I'm confused. Now which way do I go? I am confused. Okay, those look like beacons I've already gotten. It's hard to tell though. I can't really identify their color when they're 1 pixel in size. Okay, well, I'm just gonna have to row and hope for the best. Gotta find that last beacon. It's interesting how there's always kind of this orange around the horizon as though the sun is just set. But it's kind of weird how it's around the whole horizon as though the sun is just set on all sides. Okay, I'm pretty sure I have those beacons already. Wait, I think that one's orange. I think that one is orange. The one in the distance. I don't know if you guys can see it. You guys are watching in high resolution, so you can see a lot better than me, especially if you're watching on a 4K monitor. Imagine this game on a 4K Rift, it would be like way, way better. But we're not going to have a 4K Rift quite yet. 4K can't really keep up the refresh rates that are required for good virtual reality. You can get 60 Hertz, but you can't get much higher than that. Not over a current connection. Like a DisplayPort connection will get you like 80 Hertz, maybe. Okay. You could tell the sound just looped there. Okay, almost there, almost there. Yes, it looks orange. It looks orange. I think it's orange. Oops. Don't turn, don't turn, don't turn. This is gonna be it. Almost there. Almost there, almost there. The last beacon. Oh my gosh, is this one rainbow colored? It looks rainbow colored. Is that just chromatic aberration? No, it's orange, it's orange.
Pay the fare, the man said. I wasn't sure what he meant. Where will he go? Do I follow?
Does this
Does this
mean
I'm
dead? Oh. It's about the river Styx. That's what the poem was about. It all makes sense now. Oh, and I like how they let you just continue to hang out here for as long as you want after you solve it. Let's go ahead and press all the buttons. So 1.
Pay the fare. Who are you? I'm not sure. What? Go. Follow. I'm confused. I'm dead.
I'm dead. Huh. So yeah, that's Obolos. Let's get out of here and talk about this game. I don't want to leave here. It's so peaceful and calm. I just want to hang out here for a while, but we got a game to talk about, so let's go. So that was Obolos, and it's a very basic game. I mean, it was made in 72 hours, and you can kind of tell that it was made in 72 hours. They got a lot of like little graphical glitches, like the clipping of the water through the boat sometimes, and the way that your boat clips through the beacons, and just little things like that that they could fix with a little more time, but they wanted to get kind of the basic concept down. And I think that, I mean, they did a great job with the mood in particular, and that's been really emphasized by their reviewers, and I agree with it, that right from the start you feel like this, especially in VR, you just have the sense that you're really floating out on this ocean in the middle of the night, just all alone, and it's this feeling of isolation, and this feeling of being out in nature with the calmness of it, and it's definitely worth trying out just for a few minutes at least, just to experience that calm environment. The game elements were interesting. I'm not sure how much they added. They gave you kind of something to do, a reason to row around, and the rowing mechanic itself was kind of fun. It was nice to see the kind of look behind you and really like go the way that you're rowing, and like I said, I think it would be more immersive if it were hooked up to some kind of actual rowing machine, so you really get that resistance as you row, because that's a big difference between this and real rowing, of course. But once, I mean, the ending was definitely a surprise, not like a huge twist, but it was surprising, and yeah, I think this is definitely a demo worth checking out. So grab Obolos and try it. And that's all for today. Let me know any other demos you want to see me play. And I am very soon wrapping up my Let's Play of Dishonored, the stealth game, which I'm playing using Vorpex on the Oculus Rift. And I'm going to be starting another long or larger game very soon. I'd like to know what games you guys might want me to play. And that's all for today. Everybody have a great every day.